Good morning, guys. So today I'm flying solo because Michael's working today, but I'm in Sydney and today we are going to go around and find 5 things to do in Sydney that are free. So I know that Sydney can be quite an expensive city to live in, certainly, and to travel in, but I'm a big believer in that travel can be as cheap or as expensive as you want it to be. So today we're going to be finding 5 free things to do in Sydney. So first thing on our list is window shopping at the Queen Victoria building, or QVB. This stunning piece of architecture actually opened back in 1898, which makes it 125 years old this year. And it's a great place to just walk through, appreciate the architecture, the historical value that the building brings to Sydney. It also has more than 140 specialty stores spread out over 5 levels. But a lot of these are designer and high-end stores, hence window shopping is my recommendation if you're looking for something free to do. So I'm in the QVB on the top level now, and it looks like they might be renovating up the top here on the top level. But I'm pretty sure downstairs all the shops are still there. So let's go have a look. So I'm here at Circular Quays station. So just a locals tip, if you want really great pictures of the Harbour Bridge and the Opera House, come up to Circular Quays station and check it out behind me. You've got the Opera House on one side and then the Harbour Bridge on the other side. So you can take amazing photos from up here. So I would just recommend that if you're ever in this area and you wanted to take some nice pictures of the city skyline with the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Opera House. Okay, so I'm just leaving Circular Quays station now and we're going to head somewhere equally as beautiful. It's not far from Circular Quays, so let's go on a little walk. I'm on the top of the steps of the Opera House at the moment. The views from here are really beautiful as well. Again, you can see a great view of the Harbour Bridge, but we are close to our next free thing to do. So our next stop for free things to do in Sydney is the Botanical Gardens, and you can see them behind me. It's actually quite close to the Opera House. So there's the Opera House and there's the gardens behind me. So we're going to take a little stroll around here and check it out and just enjoy the view. sleek and sophisticated piece of architecture is the Calyx, and it's situated in the Royal Botanical Gardens in Sydney. And as you can see, it has this beautiful outdoor area with lush gardens and hanging plants. Inside there is a small cafe as well as a retail shop. And if you think it's good so far, then just wait until you see the glass house or greenhouse that is out the back. Now, it is entry by donation. You can go in for free, but if you give a donation, all the proceeds go back into maintaining this greenhouse, which is out the back, which you're about to see. And here it is. Just look at how stunning this massive wall of plants are. It is actually the biggest vertical floral display in the Southern Hemisphere, and it's made up of 18,000 plants. So this space can also hold functions of any size. And to me, the whole venue is just visually stunning. So it was definitely one of the highlights of my day when making this video. So if you do end up visiting the Royal Botanical Gardens, be sure to stop in and check the Calyx out. So I really enjoyed my little rest stop there at the Calyx. I spent an hour there. I was only going to stop for a coffee, but I didn't realize that beautiful greenhouse was behind the cafe part. Anyway, it's time to move on. I mean, I could literally spend all day in the Botanical Gardens. It's so beautiful here and so peaceful. And you just don't feel like you're right in the middle of Sydney when you're in here. It's a world away. But we do have to move on to our next stop, so let's go. So I was trying to film in the markets at the rocks, but it's so crazy. There's so many people, and obviously everyone's trying to look at stuff on either side, so it was really difficult. But I came up here. At this end of the markets is where there's a lot of food trucks and drinks and stuff, and there's a lot of people just out sitting out on the grass, on towels, and they've got some bench seats set up as well. So that is closer to the Harbour Bridge side of the Rocks markets, and it looks like a lot of people are just up here chilling out, just having something to eat on a Saturday afternoon, and enjoying their time outside. So again, something free to do. I wouldn't recommend coming up here if you're trying not to spend money, because the smell of the food is really good. It's really going to tempt you to buy something, but I mean, obviously if you're spending a day outside, you're going to have to spend some money on food. Wow, the markets were very intense. So after all that market craziness, I'm ready for something a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more slower paced, a little bit more quiet. which brings me to my next stop. Number 4 on our list is to take in some exhibitions at the Museum of Contemporary Art Australia, or the MCA. Entry is free and it's open every day except for Tuesday. And this museum is spread out over 4 levels, so be sure to check the website before you visit so you can see what exhibitions are happening at the time. I'll actually leave a link below down in the description. So I've just come up to level 4 of the MCA and they have a cafe up here. It's on the rooftop, and yet another amazing view of the Sydney Harbour Bridge and the Opera House. Just check out this view from up here. So again, this is somewhere where it's free entry. You can come up here. I'm on the terrace. You don't need to eat here if you don't want to, but this cafe is absolutely bustling. I'm not sure if you can hear the noise behind me. And more stunning views of Sydney Harbour. So definitely highly recommended, one to check out if you are on a budget and looking for something free to do in Sydney. Okay, so when I got in the lift on the other side of the Harbour Bridge, it was 3:18. I've just come down on the other side and the time is 3:38. So it literally took me 20 minutes to walk the length of the Harbour Bridge. Not even walking at a fast pace, just a normal walk. And now we are not far from our last free thing to do for the day. So full disclosure here, entry into Luna Park is free. If you want to go on the rides, or if you bring your kids and they want to go on the rides or do any of the activities, then obviously you need to spend some money. For rides, you can purchase a day pass. I think that's most efficient because it allows unlimited rides. But if you're not looking to go on any rides, then this is just a nice place to come down and enjoy that carnival atmosphere, relive your childhood, and also take in some beautiful views while you're down here. Okay guys, so that is it for today's video on 5 things to do that are free in Sydney. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching to the end. I really appreciate you being here. If you know of anything else that's free that I missed out on today that you'd like to see in a future video, just leave it in the comments below. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.